And now, your Storm Team 18 forecast. Weather from where you live.
We are getting into a dry weather pattern. Here we are tonight. There's the strong low. Again today, our strong winds. The low here, the surface high here, funneling in those strong winds and all that dust into our area. But with a flow from the west or northwest or kind of west-northwest like this, that's dry air. We can't get any moisture from the Gulf of Mexico to come northward, so all the storms stay southwest of us, and that will be a trend for a while. We've also got a big heat wave expanding in the west. This was the ridge of heat that brought all the record heat down to Mexico, South Texas, and parts of Florida, really for a month. And now it's moving into the west. We had record heat today in Nevada and California. What will happen, though, over the next week is that ridge is going to expand. And by the time we get to, by next week, late next week, next weekend, it's going to run from New Mexico up to Ontario. And we're looking at our first widespread 90s of the season in our area. And eventually this could become a tropical system that impacts Florida. So if you've got vacation plans down to Florida, we're going to start getting active early in terms of the tropics. But for us tonight, with that dry air, that flow from the west, it's a 54-degree low. Low to mid-50s should do it, viewing area wide. Tomorrow's a 75 to 80 day, lots of sunshine, a few clouds. Still kind of breezy to windy, not quite as much as today, but there'll still be a nice wind that will be blowing with a 78-degree high in Greater Lafayette. And there you see the numbers from mid-70s at Logansport to pushing 80 at Petersburg and Covington, and pushing 80 at Pine Village. Now Saturday, more in the way of cloudiness. There is a little clipper system that just zips in from the northwest. The air's pretty dry. It'll kick the wind up. It may bring a couple little isolated showers. At this point, doesn't look like a big deal, but we got a 77-degree high, and 74 to 78 should do it, viewing area wide. There is Futurecast again tonight. The clear skies around. Tomorrow, there's all your sunshine around. Some clouds coming from the northwest tomorrow night, and then into Saturday. This is Saturday morning, and notice a very random little isolated shower or two during the day. Not a big deal at all, but there'll just be a couple out there, or you may run into just a few sprinkles. But it's dry. That hangs on right through next week. One little system here could bring a shower or two on Wednesday, or maybe a thunder shower. The bigger rain stays south of us. Watch that ridge we talked about expanding northward, and by the time we get to the end of next week, there's the ridge, and on the edge of the ridge, all the storms are north of us, and then there's the tropical weather hitting Florida. So it will definitely heat up as the temperate air, the air in blue, the temperature is a little bit below normal. Those pull away, and watch that big ridge, that red, there it goes, expand northeastward, bringing us the heat in this forecast and what's going to be a drier pattern too. Flash drought could be an issue as we really dry things out over the next several weeks. 78 on Tuesday, there's that 80 Wednesday, 83 on Thursday, and there's the heat. Temperatures up into the 90s come next weekend.